guys, I hope you're doing well. So today I have a roundup or collective haul of some Sephora purchases from the last 6 weeks or so. And I have what I purchased during the Sephora Friends and Family sale, which I was luckily able to get a code because it's a unique code provided by an employee. And so I have that purchase and some other purchases from the last month and a half or so. And the Sephora VIB sale is coming up in, I think, less than 2 weeks, about 10 days maybe. So I thought it might be helpful to show you all some things I've picked up from Sephora to maybe give you some ideas of what to purchase for yourself. So I'm going to work in backwards chronological order. So I'm going to show you my Friends and Family sale haul, which was the most recent, and then just work backwards. Alright, so the first thing I purchased was a non-makeup item, and these are the Way Chill Pills. They're bath bombs, and there are 6 in here. This is a little on the pricey side. I want to say it was $30-something, which each of these bath bombs is 1.5 ounces. So, I mean, a Lush bath bomb is, it can be $5 or more, but those tend to be pretty large. These are not huge, but it has a really nice, I think, rose and jasmine scent, if I recall. Yeah, jasmine rose is what it says. It says, going through it, there's a pill for that. No prescription required, legal in all states. Take some well-deserved me time and soak up our blend of hemp, jojoba, and safflower seed oil. Just don't eat it, snort it, or smoke it. It's going to be a hard habit to break. So I don't think these have Epsom salts, if I recall. It has cannabis sativa seed oil. So it says hemp, but I guess that's CBD. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I kind of got it more for the packaging than anything else because it amuses me. And each of these bath bombs is individually wrapped, which I thought was interesting. My plan, I actually already ordered a silicone pill mold from Amazon, which you can use to make ice cubes or chocolates or whatever. So I thought I might take a stab at making some replacement pill-shaped bath bombs after I've used these all up, because I don't see myself repurchasing this on a regular basis, but I'm probably going to keep the jar. So anyway, that is from Way. And the next thing I have here is something that Britt Clark actually talked about in her, I think it was like a decluttering my Sephora loves list sort of video. And this was in the sale section. So I got the additional 20% off of the sale price. And I don't think she ended up picking this up, but I wanted to show it to you. So this is, and it didn't really have much in the way of like packaging. I think it came in this, I don't even think this was the bag that was originally made for it. It was just whatever. So the package itself is nice. It's a hard box. It has that NARS logo on it. And there are 3 full-size lipsticks in their Audacious lipstick formula. And then this has a mirror, which unfortunately is kind of like falling out, which is easy enough to fix. I just need to like glue it back in. And then it has a little velvet bottom here and these little strings to hold it up. My air conditioning just kicked on, so you may hear that. But anyway, I think this was like $39 before the discount, and I think an Audacious lipstick by itself is around $30. This formula has been out for a while, and I have one other lipstick from them. I really enjoyed the formula. It was just kind of a, you know, price point sort of thing. Like, I didn't want to buy a bunch of them. So the formula I had, or the shade I had rather, was called Janet. That's a very vibrant magenta sort of shade. I'm not sure what the actual color description is. These are magnetic, by the way, so you can see that. And this next shade is what I'm wearing on my lips now underneath a lip gloss that I'll talk about. And this is the shade Vivian. So that is more of a kind of burgundy red, I would say. So that is Vivienne. And then the next one here is Dominique. The shades on the Sephora website, there seems to be 4 swatches. I'm trying not to confuse you because one of these I already had. It wasn't in the set. But they don't match up with the shades in the kit, so just be aware of that. And the last shade here, that was Dominique, and the last shade is called Carmen, which is more of an orangey bright red. So it's a very smooth, creamy formula. And again, that one is Janet on, make sure I go the right way. That one is Janet, that one is Vivienne. The middle, or next to last one, is Dominique. It's kind of a very lilac-leaning mauve, I would say. And then the far one over here is Carmen. So those are the shades. And like I said, I'd say they were probably a little over $10 a lipstick. So I thought that was a pretty good deal with the sale for that formula. Okay, and then the other item I got was the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. So I'll talk about the Glam palette later on, spoiler alert. But I just wanted to say briefly, if you have any concerns about how your palette may arrive, they do an excellent job of packing them. So the unicarton, you know, standard packaging, whatever. And then this goes inside this little like cocoon type thing. So there's this like corrugated sleeve protector. It wraps up and then it's inside this outer box. Oops, make sure my frame. And then there's the standard paper bubble wrap that Sephora uses to package your entire order. So I don't know if anyone has gotten this broken in transit, but I would say it's really unlikely. So this is the Bronze palette, and as I'm sure you know, it's been out for a while. I did purchase the Glam palette first, which may be a little confusing seeing as how we're going backwards, but I just received this one, and it is what I'm wearing on my eyelids for the most part. So I used a combination of beach all over, and then suntan and magma in the outer V, and then silk all over the lid, and then I think everything else was from the Glam palette. So I am happy to have this, and this color story, you know, these coppers do really well with blue eyes, which I have obviously, so I liked this as an option. I will say, to spoil it a little bit, I think the Glam palette is more versatile. It's probably more unique in your collection. You probably have a lot of shades like this after all the warm palettes that have come out in the last, you know, few years. I think given the time of year, if you're going to purchase it for yourself in the Sephora sale or buy it for a Christmas gift or something like that, I would recommend the Glam palette as well. I think this color story, even though it's kind of a summery type palette, like the shades are suntan, beach, etc., I think it does well for like a warm fall look, especially with a more dramatic eye. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but for October, like Halloween, I think of those like cool tones, like smoky eyes, that sort of thing. November, I can see wearing more of this color story, and then holidays, maybe going more into the Glam palette. I mean, this has some nice golds in it, I guess. And then for New Year's, most certainly the Glam palette. So not that there's going to be a lot of New Year's parties probably, unfortunately, but if you're thinking about what to get someone, I would recommend the Glam palette. I've also been thinking a lot about Kat, I forget her channel name, but she's part of the, is it Makeup News? Like the 2 Australian girls that do kind of a review of the new releases in the makeup world every week. And I think when this first came out, she was saying how she was upset and she didn't think this was really a bronze palette. It's more of like a copper palette. And I don't have like the sunrise or sunset palettes to compare it to. So I would agree with that. Like she was saying how, in her opinion, bronze is more like a cooler toned metallic as opposed to more of the oranginess of copper, perhaps. And I think she purchased this and did some videos on it, but she had said that if the Glam palette had released first, she probably would have bought that and not this. I think most recently I heard her say that with the new ColourPop That's Taupe palette, that is something that she might pick up instead of the Glam palette. Obviously you can watch her video to get the full story yourself, but anyway, I just thought that was an interesting perspective on it that I wanted to share with you. Okay, and then a couple fragrance samples that I got. All right, so I got 2 fragrance samples with that order. One was the, I'm gonna butcher this, Un Jardin sur la Lagune by Hermès. I think that means a garden, sir. I'm not, obviously I don't speak French. I think that means something about like a lake and a garden. So the description says, an evocation of flowering trees, magnolias and pittosporums, which I've never heard of, musks and Madonna lilies. So I will spritz the card. I'm not a huge fan of lily notes generally. I don't like lily, like the actual flower, as a scent. So this feels very, smells very fresh. I don't hate it. I can actually see this being like a nice candle scent, but it's not something I feel the need to like brush out and purchase for myself. All right, and the next one is Gabrielle Essence, maybe? Yeah, Gabrielle Chanel Essence. All right, and this one does not have any descriptors on it, so let's just give it a spritz. So this smells to me like a much more kind of like old school perfume, like something my mom would have worn, gosh, 20 years ago. It reminds me of, I think, a Givenchy perfume she used to wear. So I don't hate it, but it's just not me. It's not my style. So I have no idea what the notes are supposed to be, but I'll try and leave them down below. Okay, so prior to that Friends and Family sale, I got the Laneige Glowy Lip Wonders. This was $27 and it is a $34 value, so I think each of these retails for $17 full price. I think you can purchase both of these by themselves. And I've had the pink one before, and I currently have the green one, which is pear, I think, in my car. So I really wanted to try this gummy bear scent. I have a weird kind of nostalgic affection for gummy bears because my dad was in the army when I was a kid, and we were stationed in Germany. And I think Haribo is a German brand, and they were gummies, I think was how we pronounced it, not gummy bears. But anyway, like we would go out to a guest house, which is like a local tavern restaurant type place, and I remember getting pancakes a lot for dinner. I don't know if they had a special kids menu or if it was just whatever, but there would always be a tiny packet of those Haribo gummy bears on the side. So anyway, just have kind of a nostalgic affection for gummy bears. And I like the scent. I think Lisa SC09, I think is her channel name. I think she purchased this and she said that it basically smells and tastes maybe like grape, which I agree, it does have a fairly strong grape scent. So if you are averse to kind of artificial grape, then maybe this wouldn't be a good set for you. But I think this would be like a good little stocking stuffer too, especially if they're younger, maybe a teenager, or they're just not super into makeup. Like everyone can use a good lip balm. So anyway, got that. And part of the reason I decided to purchase that set was $27, and a lot of the gifts with purchase or deluxe samples you can get at Sephora. It's usually a 25 minimum spend minimum, and then sometimes it's 35 or 45 or 50 or whatever. So I was recently able to purchase some of the Kosas blushes and I think it was a BoxyCharm sale. So I have those still coming to me, but I decided, got it into my head that I would do like a full face of Kosas makeup. Lots of people have done them before. I'm sure I won't be the first or the last to do it, but this product from Kosas is, I think, a relatively new product. And again, won't be the first video on it. But they have this as a deluxe sample. This is their new, what is it called? The Big Clean Mascara. Volumizing and Lash Care Mascara. Intense Black. So, first of all, this is like the tiniest little mascara sample I think I've ever seen. With, I guess, more companies, brands, putting out like a full-size mascara and a travel size, I guess you need to make sure that your deluxe samples aren't travel size, because then you're kind of cannibalizing that, sale. But I don't know that I've ever seen a mascara sample quite like this, or it just surprised me. So that is what the brush looks like. So we'll see how, easy or difficult it is to apply with this brush. Anyway, we will see. So that is the Kosas mascara. I am wearing the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes right now. And if you are curious, it is like my go-to holy grail that I always come back to. So yeah, that was basically it for that order. And then I just got the same fragrance samples from Chanel and Hermes. I wasn't sure. I think I actually placed the friends and family sale before I received this order that I'm talking about, and you never know if you're actually going to get the samples that you request, so I decided to ask for the same ones. So I'll find a good home for those. Okay, the next purchase was the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. But anyway, I picked this up and I was kind of curious about these little quads from Dior, and I'd never purchased one, and this one came out that seemed like there was at least a good shot that all of the shades could work on my skin tone. I think the original, there was at least one shade maybe that would be too dark as a cheek highlight on me, and I think they maybe came out with some other ones over the years, but when this new trio launched, this rose gold shade is what I had my eye on. And because so many people were talking about this, I had one of those kind of like panic moments of like, will this sell out? And I wasn't sure at first whether I would be able to get a friends and family code, because it's just kind of luck whether you can find one on the internet that someone has shared that's still valid. So I went ahead and bought this. So I was debating whether I should try to hold out for the VIB sale, whatever. So those are, like I'm sure you've seen a million people swatch. Those are the shades. And on my cheeks, I have a combination of Shimmer Rose and Sheer Gold Pearl. So I will say, so I think if I had to pick one favorite highlighter of the moment, I'm still a huge fan of and I've misplaced it, so I don't know where it is. The Super Glow, I think it is, by Natasha Denona in shade 1, which my desk is a mess here, so I have no idea where I put it. But that is more of a blinding highlight. I think, and this is still like plenty reflective, so depending on your taste and the situation that you're putting makeup on for, it may depend, but I think this highlighter formula seems to kind of melt into the skin just a little bit more and give you a little bit more of like a glass skin look, as opposed to like a really kind of beaming highlighter. So that's kind of my first impression of this highlighter. So this was a gift with purchase that was one of the higher ones. I don't know if it was like $45. I got this little Toka Montauk Salt Air Cucumber candles, and this is a 1.2 ounce candle, so it's a pretty small little guy. The wick, I guess it's not too bad. It's a little off center, but it's not terrible. And I figured I would probably save this till next summer when I'm more in the mood for that kind of salty, fresh scent. This says, retreat to where the sound meets the sea. Fresh salt air and seagrass abound in this natural and unspoiled haven, individually hand-poured. So, yeah, I mean, it sounded nice, and I used to be a big fan of the Toka, I think the Florence fragrance, and then I can't remember the other one that was like more orange scented. But anyway, I've been, as Hannah would say, following Toka's career with great interest over the past decade, I guess. So I decided to pick that one. And then I got two samples with that one as well. I got the Wander Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation, which I'm curious about, but I've never tried. It looks like the lightest shade on this is light, which I'm probably going to be fair light, just looking at the back. But sometimes you just have to take what you can. And then I also have this Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro Intense Velvet Color. So 3 little pots and the brush. So I'm not sure if I will end up using this. I know a lot of people are going for the liquid lipsticks again due to the mask situation, but I just usually don't put anything on my lips, is how I deal with it. Okay, so that was another order down. Okay, so this next one, again, it was kind of an order I placed because there was a gift with purchase that I wanted. And that was the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. And this is 5 ml or 0.1 fluid ounce, which sounds tiny. So I think this was free with a $25 purchase, if I recall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that is what that little guy looks like. And again, I picked this up because it was recently named, looks like there's little pink spheres kind of suspended in it. It's interesting. So I haven't used this yet. I kind of wanted to wait until I was ready to film a video with it, but this was recently named one of Allure's Best of Beauty for 2020, so wanted to give that a try. I have been using pretty regularly the Glossier Future Dew is what I have underneath my makeup today, so we'll see how it kind of compares to that product. All right, and then I also got the Fenty 2 Lil Stunnas, what are they called? Mini Longwear Fluid Lip Color Duo. And I know I just said that I haven't really gotten into the liquid lipstick again, but with these colors, I won't really be wearing them out anyway. So these are more, I don't know, I just liked them and I wanted to get them. I thought this packaging was really interesting, kind of unique. So I got those, and I already had the, was it Unlocked color? It's this bright pink that I think was on sale on the Fenty website at some point over the summer, and then I also got the Uncensored. So I guess I could do a little swatch for you guys. So this has kind of like, I don't want to say drugstore packaging, but it almost reminds me of like, I don't know, like a household item that you purchase. Which is totally fine. Like if this is a more eco-friendly way of packaging these products, then that's cool. I did just purchase, because I think Fenty, as of today, Sunday, they're having a friends and family sale. Got it. And I did pick up the Glossy Bomb set as well. So, just for size comparison, I think, trying to see if the metal on the tip is different. I can't really tell. Okay, so there is the shade Unmatched, which is a red, and then the shade Uncensored seems to be a brighter red. The other one is, it looks like it's kind of bleeding into my hand skin lines a little bit. So I might have to wear a lip liner with that. Okay, so this is uncensored and that one is unmatched. So I find a darker red is sometimes easier to pull off, maybe a little counterintuitive. All right, and then this pink shade. Ooh. So this is more, it's like a mauve-y plum almost. That's a nice color. Looks pretty wearable. And then this this bright pink, which isn't going to be like anything. So those are some color options for you. I think the two in this little set, which are these two on this side, I think these are limited, but you know, you never know if they'll come back as full size. I think that is what happened with one of the glossy bombs, if I recall. Like, it was in the holiday set from last year. In fact, I think it was this shade Cheeky. I think this is now available as a full size. So brands are usually happy to give people what they want if they'll pay for it. Okay, so 2 samples from that order. The Laneige Cream Skin Milk Oil Cleanser. So this is for normal to dry skin, and I'm a huge fan of like lotiony type cleansers. So I picked that up in part because I was getting the Laneige gift with purchase, deluxe sample, whatever you want to call it, and sometimes I'm weird in that if I'm buying one thing from a brand and there's a sample or a deluxe sample available, like I'll just kind of go all in on that brand. I don't know if anyone else does. And then the other thing was this Jo Malone fragrance sample, which I'm always happy to try a Jo Malone fragrance. This is Fig and Lotus Flower, and the notes, it's a light floral. And it says the top note is fig leaf, the heart is lotus flower, and the base is vetiver. And it says try layering with wood sage and sea salt for a fresh, clear combination. I do have samples of wood sage and sea salt, so I could try that, I guess. Or cypress and grapevine for a modern, invigorating combination. Don't think I've tried that one. So I like this one. I think that's another one where I might enjoy it more as like a body care type product or candle. Like, I'm thinking like a hand soap maybe. It does smell very nice and fresh, but I just don't know if I'd want to wear it all day. So that's interesting. Okay, so that was Jo Malone. All right, so the next order I have, I think I have 4 to go. All right, so the next order was kind of a spur of the moment because I saw that 2 of the Pat McGrath lip glosses were on sale. I had a lot of lip products in this haul, kind of uncharacteristically for me. But anyway, these are the Lust glosses, and I really enjoy the Pat McGrath formula. So when I saw these go on sale, I just kind of jumped on it. So these both went on sale for half off. They're normally $28 and they were $14 each. So they are the shades Secret Lover and Heavy Petal. And I think one of these might be sold out, at least on the Sephora website. So you may not be able to get one of them. I'm not sure which. I think I have, which one did I just put on my hand? I think the Secret Lover shade is what I have dabbed over the Vivian lipstick. This other one is, what are you called? Heavy Petal. Kind of cute name. So this is more of a like kind of warm pink tone. So that one might be better for like, I don't know, spring. maybe. Um, but anyway, I was very happy to snag those. And of course, I had to get my deluxe gift with purchase. So I got the Olaplex number 3. This is a 1 fluid ounce size. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty good option. I need to do Olaplex again. It's been a while and I have some in my shower. I've been using the Olaplex like shampoo and conditioner off and on that I hauled not too long ago, I think. But I just find it hard to, I guess, apply Olaplex the way that it's supposed to, in that you're supposed to apply on damp towel dried hair. You apply a generous amount from scalp to ends, leave on a minimum of 10 minutes, and then you rinse and then shampoo and conditioner. So I think it's just like having damp hair, waiting 10 minutes and then shampooing. It doesn't fit with my shower routine normally. So I do need to make a point to do it though. Okay, and then I got the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Avocado and Kiwi Mega Moisture Superfood Mask. I think this was another Allure Best of Beauty winner for this year. And I did have a deluxe sample of this, which I think almost done with or just finished. I like it. I don't know if I would rush out to purchase it. It kind of, for some reason, I was just kind of startled by it being so green, and then it has a fairly pleasant citrusy scent, but I don't know. I don't love it more than some other deep conditioners that I've used. And then the other one was the Kilian Princess perfume. So I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess, is what it says. And this is supposed to be ginger, green tea, and marshmallow. It says, Kilian amps up the girl power with a unique sweet scent, calling out all fierce females. All right, so let's get this one. It has a little black vial here. So it does, I get that marshmallow note. It's almost like the kind of Bath and Body Works Marshmallow Fireside. Like you can get that sort of marshmallow note from it. So this smells very girly to me. I guess by the packaging, I would think it'd be a little bit more, what's the word? Like intense or adult or whatever, but I think this is something that someone who likes those kind of sweeter scents would really enjoy. So again, I enjoy it. I think like maybe as a like hand cream. I don't know why I'm like assigning all these perfumes to different like products, but I don't think it's something that I would love to wear personally. All right, so next up, and this was just kind of one of those like you get frustrated with something and you just feel like you have to place an order. So I got the Pharmacy House of Gold Hydrating Honey Bestsellers kit, and this was $60. It is an $85 value, and it even has like a spot for you to put a to from on the top there, so you know, you can always do that if you want. Give this as a nice little gift. But anyway, this has a full size of the Honeymoon Glow from Pharmacy, which is an AHA. I think it also has BHA. Yeah, it has BHA in it as well. I don't know why they don't label it that way, but so I've been using a deluxe sample of the Honeymoon Glow, and I just found it kind of difficult to get the product out, or the packaging of the deluxe sample was just not great. So I kind of got frustrated and decided to get the full size. And I think Britt Clark had been talking about this, and now she's kind of like off the pharmacy train onto the Biologique Recherche P50, like everyone else, which is just interesting. But yeah, this is a good product. Like I have dry skin, but I don't think I have overly sensitive skin, so I like to incorporate AHAs and BHAs into my skincare. So the Honeymoon Glow is the only full-size product. This is a Honey Potion is a 15 grams or 0.5 ounce size. I don't know what the full size is. And this is another one where I got a deluxe sample of, and I enjoy it. Kate the Great really enjoys this product. It's one of those, like, if I'm taking a bath, like, that's when I'll do a mask to kind of, like, enhance the whole pampering experience. But I don't typically, like, crave using this, if that makes sense. And I don't think my world will be over if I run out. So I guess that's kind of my feelings on it. The next product is a new one for them, and this is the Honey Halo Moisturizer. This is also 15 ml or 0.5 ounces, and this is a ultra hydrating ceramide moisturizer, and I have used this a few times. It is a very, like, rich, thick cream. It's a light yellow color. I like it. I've been using the Kate Somerville Delicate as, like, my, like, uber moisturizer. I should say uber hydrating maybe. So yeah, I think I will use this up. I don't know if I will rush out at any point to repurchase. One thing, I don't know if this is obvious or not, but it does have a fairly pronounced honey scent. So if you don't like honey, for whatever reason, if you don't like the smell of honey, I enjoy honey on things, but I don't, the smell of honey can be a little strong sometimes. So maybe that's just something to take into account before you, like, purchase the full size of this. Otherwise, like, the texture and everything is very nice and I have no complaints. All right, so I also got this candle from Sephora. This is the Frosted Kisses candle. And I think this might have been the case where, like, if you spent $75, you got 15% off on a future purchase. Something to that effect. But anyways, this is, a candle from Sephora. And let's see, it says it's a cozy blend of blood orange, red currant, warm amber, and frosted mint that is perfect to light on a cozy night. And this is a 8-ounce candle, and it retails for $18. Comes in a nice box. So just a single wick candle like so. So I think I get more of the currant and mint than any strong, like, citrusy note. Definitely the amber. Yeah, the citrus is very light on this. So I just thought this would be a cute, like, bedroom, almost like a decor type candle during the winter months. I think for obvious reasons. So I decided to go with that. And then the two samples here were the Drunk Elephant Cream Body Cleanser and the body lotion, which, if I've tried them before, like on another sample, they weren't memorable. So, you know, give them a shot. And then I also got the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay, which I think has their same scent as everything else, which I like, but I don't lose my head over, if that makes sense. All right, so next up, I got a product that I've been kind of curious about for a while. This is the Beauty Blender Defender. This retails for, I think, $12, so not terrible. So this was a product I've kind of been curious about. It's a, like, silicone little case for your beauty blender. And I'd gotten a beauty blender case, like a branded beauty blender case from them a while ago. That was like a mesh and, like, nylon type situation, but I thought this would maybe be a little bit more hygienic, less likely to get, you know, crazy. And I wonder if you could just, like, stick this in your dishwasher. It says there's a shatterproof silicone case that helps protect sponges from grime. Store and carry up to 2 wet blenders. Vented design allows for proper air circulation. So yeah, so, like, as a travel case, part of the idea is that, like, this is the beauty blender I used earlier. If you don't have time for it to, like, properly dry before you pack it away, there's, like, holes that will allow air to circulate so it doesn't get, like, moldy or weird. So I don't see why you couldn't stick this in the dishwasher if it's just silicone. I mean, that's probably what I'll do. Like, for $12, like, I wouldn't be devastated if it melted. I don't know. Okay, so that was my thinking. And then The other product I got with this order was, drumroll, the Glam palette, which we've already talked about, so I won't kind of go into depth about it, but this was a palette when I saw it that I was just kind of immediately like, yep, I'm getting that. Like, there wasn't much like question or deliberation to it. Like the stupid little star that she put on her packaging just really got me. Like, I like stars and that kind of motif. So I would definitely recommend this palette for sure. More so, I haven't purchased the Pat McGrath holiday palette, but from what I've seen of swatches and the packaging, I would say the Glam palette is probably a safer bet. And like I said, I just think it's more versatile. Like, I think the packaging design is better. I think I said in my video swatching the Lorac Noir palette that came out not too long ago, I fully understand and appreciate the criticisms about how Natasha Denona labeled the shades, but if you can get past that, definitely recommend. Okay, and then just a couple samples. I got the Briogeo Scalp Revival. I think they might have sent me 2 of these actually. So this is a exfoliating shampoo for your scalp, as you may know. It's a charcoal, so it is like a dark gray color, so be prepared. A charcoal and coconut oil micro exfoliating shampoo. And from time to time, I do feel like my scalp needs a little bit of exfoliation, so I'll use something like this. And one of the best things about it, in my opinion, is that it smells like Thin Mints. So if you are a fan, you may enjoy using that. And then I also got the Sowasu Gentle Cleansing Oil, which I thought might be good to stick in a travel bag eventually. I don't think I would ever pay, I think this is a pretty pricey brand, so I don't know that I would ever pay their prices for the full size, but I do usually use some sort of cleansing oil or cleansing balm. And then I got the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Grace. And the thing is tiny, so I don't know what the odds of me being able to find it on my desk are.
2 hours later.
Alright, found it. So you can see why this may have been very difficult to locate. So that is the sample size. It is 1.4 milliliters or 0.04 ounces. And this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. And I just tried this for the first time now, like at the end of, or mid-October, I should say. And, you know, I guess I had the benefit of seeing everyone else play with this and try the formula out before, so I was very like careful, and you can see like how I built it up, but I think it's kind of really beautiful actually, and it surprised me. I thought it would be maybe a little difficult to work with, but I did have to kind of go back in a few times, partly because I'm doing this in front of all these lights and the camera and everything, and that just kind of like sucks all the life out of your face sometimes. But yeah, I like how this looks, like the color is coming from within, and it just has a very pretty kind of translucent quality to it that I really enjoy. So yeah, really happy to have this actually, and I would definitely consider maybe getting a full size. I mean, the beauty of that brand is that it's not super expensive, so I might look into maybe some of the holiday sets they've put out to see if there are any shades that I might enjoy. I mean, I have plenty of blushes, so there's no need to rush out this moment, but we'll see. I definitely don't hate it. So I'd say it's definitely one of the better liquid blushes that I've tried in a while, and yeah, I would try more. Okay, last order, and this is maybe mercifully a short one. Okay, so this is one of those cases where this was during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I guess at the end of August, and Sephora will often price match Ulta's prices if they sell the same brand or product. So Ulta had the Beauty Blender Cleanser for half off, so I think these were $8 each and they're normally $16. So I got 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure, and I checked my order confirmation or whatever, I'm pretty sure that I ordered the original unscented or whatever, and they sent the lavender. But I was kind of like, you know what, I'll give it a try. I thought maybe it'll be nice to have my brushes smell like lavender. I generally avoid lavender in my skincare, but hopefully this isn't a bad idea, trying to open this with an X-Acto knife. Okay, there we go. That's cute. Look, it has a little heart. Can you see that? Or the little scrubby pad. I have a like bigger one, I think from Real Techniques that I use, but that is a cute. I guess this could also be like a soap drying mat because it has like these little, I don't know, ridges on the back to elevate it. Okay, it smells like a pretty like herby lavender, so don't hate that. So yeah, so this is a really nice effective soap for your beauty blenders or especially like synthetic brushes. Yeah, so I think it says that silicone bit is like, you know, a scrubby bit for your sponge. So I'm pretty well stocked on cleanser. So the other thing I got was the Cover FX Power Play Concealer, which was half off. It was $15, I guess it was normally $30. And I got the shade N Fair 1, which is what I'm wearing underneath my eyes now. And this kind of surprised me because Melissa Parada had talked about this, I guess, being her holy grail concealer, and the way that she was talking about it, and I think the description on the website made me think that it might be a little bit too matte or too drawing for me, but it actually has kind of a fair bit of moisture to it. Has a like domed or round applicator, which was a bit strange. And I was worried when I first applied it that it might be a tad too yellow. But yeah, I was kind of surprised. I don't think it's like the most opaque, like full coverage concealer that I've ever used, but you know, I think I was able to build it up. And let me find a mirror. Yeah, and I set it with the Hourglass under eye setting powder, and like, you know, I've had it on for at least an hour and it doesn't seem to be like caking or settling or anything. So it's kind of surprised by that one, to be honest. I've tried a lot of concealers that a lot of people hype, and you know, sometimes it's just so specific what people are looking for and their preferences and how they apply their makeup. But if you do get the opportunity to try the concealer, I think they were discontinuing at Sephora, so I don't know if you'll be able to find all the shades anyway at Sephora. I think they're still sold at Ulta, and you know, with Black Friday and everything coming up, just be aware of maybe what makeup products are on your wish list, and then stay tuned to those brands, like emails or Instagram posts or whatever it may be, to see if they're having a sale that may or may not be better than 20%. So anyway, so yeah, pleasantly surprised by that one. And then I also got a sample of the ABH Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. And that is what I'm wearing in my brows now. And then I have the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel on top. I actually used the full size that I still have in my little cup here. So I got the sample because I wanted to do a recreation of Anastasia Ocasio-Cortez's makeup look that she did in the Vogue video, which is live on my channel, so you can go watch it if you like. And I wasn't sure how old this was, and I don't typically use brow pencils that often, so I decided when I saw this as a deluxe sample to pick up a fresher one if I needed it. So last but not least, 2 foundation samples. I got the Bounce Beauty Blender foundation sample and the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude foundation sample. So hopefully we'll get this down underneath an hour to my usual running time of 40-something minutes. Let me know if you made it to the very end, if you saw anything that intrigued you, that you might be interested in purchasing. I hope if you haven't subscribed that you will do so, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye.